Hey everyone, Shane here. Just wanted to do a short video today. I may do a few more of them actually because it's this subject, which is death, is coming up a lot recently. And yeah, I'm definitely feeling to do a deeper exploration, whether it's in a workshop format, maybe with someone else. I'm not too sure yet. But for today, I'm just gonna a couple of little bits on death that have just come up that I feel are relevant. And by death, I'm talking about yes, actual death of maybe loved ones and so on, but also the shamanic death, which is a, an experience of loss you feel when, if you lose someone in your life, but also, a job, for example, a career that you've had that just ends, a friendship, uh, an old way of thinking or living, that changes as well. These are the things that can feel like a death because what death is is really just a sense of something that's past its sell by date, should we say, uh, needs to be let go of and needs to be just released so that something new can come in. If you think of it as a garden that has just become saturated with water, it's become, swamp like, it has to be cleared out, the water has to be drained, the place has to be cleared out so you can plant something new. So if it's a case of that it's a loved one that has passed away, when you consider, yes, okay, they're no longer in your life and they've gone to the soul world and so on, but I want you to think of it that you have died because a person that is very close to you has played a huge part in your life. Maybe, if it's a loved one that, a partner and so on that you've seen every day, who you think you are is based a lot on what they brought to your life, what you received from them in terms of how they saw you or how you saw yourself in the relationship, for example. So when they're no longer there, there's a massive void that needs to be filled. Trying to fill it by keeping the status quo is not going to work. So, just that little tip of considering a death of a loved one to be a death of a part of yourself. Find out what that is. What is it that they represented in you? What is it that you thought you were? Who did you think you were based on the relationship you had with this person? And work on releasing that and letting it go so that a more refined and higher version of yourself has room to actually land in your body and into your reality. So, just a short video for today, a little tip to consider that for anyone that's going through an experience of death of any description. The same applies if it's, a job you've been in perhaps for a long time. You consider, okay, I've sort of become a little bit typecast. I've identified maybe too much with who I am based on this role that I played as whatever, a healer, a teacher, a postman. Uh, it doesn't matter. Whatever it may be, I want to feel into that and say, well, okay, if this is changing now, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let that part of me that identified as that person in that role, I'm going to let that go to make room for something brand new. Otherwise, you'll end up lamenting this old life and trying to rehash it or trying to, get a job that sort of replicates it or get a new friend or new partner that will replicate and try and fill in the void for you, which is not going to work. So use it as an opportunity to release an old version of yourself. It can be scary, and it's just one of these things that it's life is going to change. So we can do it gracefully or we can allow life to force change. So the more we can tap into uh, when life is, whispering to us that change needs to come, then we leave the relationship, we leave that job, we leave this old part of ourselves and we let it die off gracefully. Just like the snake shedding its skin, that analogy is used over and over again, but it's still a good one. That if it doesn't, it will suffocate. And the same with ourselves. If we don't let go of old versions of ourselves, we end up stagnating and suffocating and just living a mediocre life. So That's all I have to say for today, and hope you have a great day. Chat soon.